This has all the makings of a Netflix cult docudrama. These Zizians appear to be a group of mostly transgender computer scientists who met online, united in anarchist beliefs, including radical veganism, and turned violent.
Whoa, a cult full of transgender extreme vegans? You had me at hello. Welcome back to the JP Reacts channel, my beautiful freedom-loving friend. This is where we call out lies, hypocrisy, corruption, and highlight the amazing work of other freedom fighters because truth conquers. But you can't conquer anything if you're weak. That's why every day I'm using grass-fed beef liver to make my body strong, metabolism fast, energy high, and cravings for crap low. It's nature's multivitamin for a reason. If you want to bring grass-fed beef liver and all of its 80 potent nutrients into your life, go to ancestralsupplements.com/JPReacts and use discount code JPReacts for 15% off. More importantly, I like me a good cult that's down for a good cause. Now this cult, the Zizians, they've done a few murders, whatever, that's okay, that's paperwork. You can't make an omelet without breaking some eggs, but these people have positioned themselves well with virtue signals. We're a transgender cult, cool, we never do bad things, we're only a good thing, check, check. And they practice extreme veganism. Got it. Extreme violence, whatever. Extreme veganism, we're good people, don't hurt animals, do what you want to people, we do. Vegans and transgender. So of course this caught my attention. I said, not only do I want to know more, how do I get involved? You're probably wondering the same thing too. So here's who you're going to get involved with. Now these folks, unfortunately, they're all in jail for the time being. They were recently arrested, which is basically a hate crime. Arresting these folks, they're transgenders, ladies and gentlemen. They're, just let them frolic around, read to children, do what they want to do. They're vegans. It's great. But nonetheless, because of our corrupt justice system, they've recently been arrested. They're in jail. They're facing some murder charges. It's fine. But here's the beautiful folks that we have here. You too can become a member. This is the transgender leader. Jack is his guy name, which I guess I just dead named him. Whew. This is a beautiful woman you can be involved with. It's great. This guy, we're not talking any mental issues here, people. These are clear-headed, very smart people. This is a smart cult from Silicon Valley. They're all educated, fairly autistic. We'll probably get into that too. This guy almost looks too normal. It's like, what are you? He's like, I'm a girl. Okay. Cool. Not too normal for this cult. This guy, got to make some DEI quota. Let's bring in this guy to our cult. And of course, you can see this is a COVID safe cult. They know what they're doing. Yeah, we're doing transgender veganism. I guess we're doing COVID? Are we doing COVID, guys? Okay, I'll put my mask on for my mugshot. Just a little bit about the leader. We all know we need a good leader, and it's not God, okay? So we need a good human leader that we can just trust. Preferably trust blindly, or else the whole thing breaks down. So a little write-up on Wikipedia. I trust Wikipedia like no other. It is great information. My Wikipedia page is accurate. It doesn't have any lies on it. So the leader, Zizian, that's her name. Jack was his guy name, but as you can tell from this photo, Ziz is now a woman. Here's Zizian. Although the group members themselves, I like non-gender language there, do not use this name or even consider themselves to be members of a group or have a clearly identified leader. They are referred to by their critics as Zizians. I want to know who's their critics. Who is criticizing these transgender vegans that are they're trying to just be trans here. They want to live their life the way they identify. Well, okay, they kill people. That's fine. Whatever. Why would they have critics? Bigotry is the only answer. Don't be one of them. Critics call them Zizians based on the name of their founder, Zizian. Well, I want to hear more about this Ziz. That sounds like a good pronoun unto itself. Like many other members of the group, Lesota is transgender. Got it. Very important information right there. According to the San Francisco Chronicle, Lesota targeted, you're part of a good, wholesome group if they target people. Lesota targeted smart, mostly autistic-ish trans women who were extremely vulnerable and isolated for recruitment. Lesotho, who was 34 years old as of 2025, earned a bachelor's degree in computer engineering in 2013 at the University of Alaska Fairbanks. Well, here's what seasonal effectiveness disorder can do to you, where her father works in AI. Lesotho had an internship, pursued a master's degree of University of Illinois, had a short internship at NASA, probably found out some stuff about the moon landing, got a little disenfranchised. Lesotho moved to San Francisco. Weird that someone with alleged mental disorders would move to San Francisco in hopes of becoming involved with effective altruism and the rationality movements. Now, these are good movements. Effective altruism, that's what Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of FTX, he's in prison now, was involved with. That's good. So you say, track record, good people with effective altruism. I, too, am going to be a part of that. Long story short, the trans leader, Lesotho, became disenfranchised with those movements because they said, this person is acting crazy. We don't want you to come to our stuff. You mean crazy virtuous? We'll get back to the video in just a second, but first I want to tell you what ruins my day more than anything, and that's a poor night's sleep. I've gone through periods of time where I struggle with my sleep, whether it's taking me a long time to get to sleep or I'm asleep but I don't sleep very deeply. The next day I have poor energy, low motivation, low mood, but I decided to do something about it with Dream. I love Dream. It is a revolutionary approach to sleep with all natural sleep supportive ingredients in the form of indulgent hot chocolate. Dream helps me fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, I sleep deeper, and wake up the next day more refreshed than ever before. And that makes my quality of life the next day so much better, and it's just all in the form of one simple routine I do before going to bed, which is taking my Dream. And if your sleep hasn't been very good or you just want it to be better, you no longer have to be helpless anymore. Now there's something quick, easy, and supportive you can do for it, and that's Dream. Welcome to 2025. We are living in a new paradigm where we know it's necessary to take responsibility for our health, and that means our sleep. The question is, are you going to be one of the people taking self-responsibility? So go to shopbeam.com/JPSears, and for up to 35% off your Beam Dream, use discount code JPReacts. And instead of waking up feeling like you've been tortured in a prisoner of war camp, enjoy waking up feeling happy, full of optimism and energy for the day. Shopbeam.com/JPSears. Now back to the video. Let's take a look at a little New York Post video breakdown of the Zizian transgender extreme veganism cult.
3 members of the alleged radical vegan Zizian cult have been arrested. Maryland officers brought in Jack Ziz Lesotho.
I just named them. This journalist is probably going to get deplatformed.
The alleged leader of the group, along with Michelle Zajko.
Very happy looking people, by the way. If you want this kind of happiness in your life, have you thought about Zizian?
And Daniel Blank on February 6th.
That guy, he's a mouth breather. Look how dirty his glasses are. Wow. I like that.
The
Zizian have been tied to 6 killings across 3 states.
Big deal. What else have they been tied to? How many animals' lives have they saved by refusing to eat meat? Are their neurotransmitters a little messed up? Well, objectively so, but let's focus on the positive. They've probably saved the lives of hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of animals. Oh, 6 humans lost their life. Well, that's fact, but allegedly because of these people. Let's focus on the positives. They are also encouraging the youth of America to embrace their gender identities.
Describe some of the crimes that they're accused of as being demonic, you could say.
Demonic? No, I would say empowering.
Trio appeared in front of a judge days after their arrest and were all held without bail. Lesotho at one point interrupted the judge to say he would starve unless he was given vegan food in jail.
That probably compelled. No final verdict on that, but I'm sure the judge was really excited to make sure she got a vegan meal.
So, who are the Zizians? Here's everything you need to know.
This has all the makings of a Netflix cult docudrama. These Zizians appear to be a group of mostly transgender computer scientists.
Stop them right there. The one thing that doesn't make sense to me, these are transgender individuals. I love it. I'm here for it all day. But also allegedly part of a cult. Just the two, that doesn't go hand in hand. Like, I can't imagine a world where trans people are part of a cult. That part certainly doesn't add up here.
Who met online, united in anarchist beliefs, including radical veganism, and turned violent.
In 2016, Lesota, a transgender woman and computer
As you can see, transgender woman,
programmer in the San Francisco Bay Area, began blogging under the online persona Ziz, sharing intricate and often meandering theories. The group is involved in practices including unihemispheric sleep, a state similar to hypnosis, where people sleep with one eye open.
if you want a good night's rest, one eye open. Just like the Metallica song says, sleep with one eye open. If you want a really good night's rest, I recommend both eyes open.
The practice is intended to demonstrate that the brain's two hemispheres are separate identities that, according to Lesota's blog, often desire to kill each other.
Now, I like that. This is cutting edge thinking. How can Lesota become my leader? We have two different brain hemispheres. Cool. If you go into the Wikipedia page, it expands more on her belief on the two hemispheres of the brain. Not only can they have different gender identities, obviously, they can have different values, different beliefs. They can want to kill each other. One side can be good, one side can be evil. They can both be evil. They can both be good. Probably not. But I would say this is science.
Lesota and 3 others were arrested at a 2019 protest where they donned hoods and Guy Fawkes masks while protesting a Berkeley rationality and cognitive bias nonprofit. They called it a protest against sexual misconduct within rationalist organizations. By 2020, the Zizians had established a base of sorts in Vallejo, California, first living on a boat, and then in box trucks on a property owned by landlord Curtis Lind. He didn't charge the group rent during the pandemic, but once he did request some payment, the Zizians refused to pay up and leave despite eviction warnings. Lind, frustrated with non-payment and growing tensions, gave them a final deadline, November 17.
And I'll run you through what happened next. They called Lynn, the landlord, in, said, hey, we have a broken pipe. We don't pay rent. Come fix it. And he came over and they allegedly ambushed him violently, tried to, well, what would Hillary Clinton do in a situation like this kind of thing? Got him in the eye, and one of them stabbed him with a samurai sword. Now, a samurai sword, I like this. I mean, this is diversity, equity, inclusion, and how we're doing our things here, ladies and gentlemen. That is part of a different culture. It's bringing in another ethnicity, and it's just cool. Samurai sword? Yes, please. Anyway, he ended up, he was armed, so a couple of them didn't pan out too good after that incident.
Now, with Lesota and key members behind bars, authorities are piecing together the full extent of the group's crimes.
Yeah, so the problem is that some of the members are behind bars. This is only happening in Trump's America because he signed the executive order, which, paraphrasing, was all about arrest transgender people. It's a crime. That is really the only explanation why these transgender radical vegans, cult, whatever, I consider them a nice community of fine folks, individuals. It's the only reason why they're behind bars. Now, will mainstream media cover this big story of an alleged cult, transgender radical vegans? No, they haven't yet, and I'm sure they would be. They're fine journalists. I'm sure they would love to talk about transgenders. They do every time they turn around, even when we don't want to hear it. But nonetheless, I'm sure they'll be covering this story. They'll be very happy to do it. And once again, we just want to say officially, not only can transgenders never do any wrong, everything they do is right. Please trust us here in the media. With that said, let me know in the comments below how compelled you are to join, enroll in a membership. It's probably auto pay, monthly subscription kind of thing, into the Zizian cult. Things are looking pretty good. They have a good cause. So legal issues, that's just going to be resolved. It's, political persecution kind of thing happening, but if Trump beat it, I'm sure these folks will. So let me know in the comments below your thoughts. I'll look forward to seeing you on our next video. But until then, take care of your mental health.